spectacular ocean views not far away from the home of the Florida Atlantic Owls, FAU Stadium in Boca Raton, Florida, where they hope this game lives up to the setting. What a matchup we have today. Momentum has been building each and every week, and now these two undefeated teams will square off. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off of bye week, the Army Black Knights, taking on the winners of 7 straight, the Florida Atlantic Owls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Florida Atlantic about to put toe to leather and get this thing started. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So the Army Black Knights offense takes the field. And here he is. Let me tell you about this wide receiver. He is a route-running, DB, toasting, pass-catching, touchdown-scoring, woo, son of a gun.
I can't wait to see how this defense is going to try and corral this guy, because you play man-to-man, you risk him running right by you and catching the deep ball. You play zone, and you give him the opportunity to potentially make yards after the catch. Going to have to be really careful trying to cover that dude.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
He'll ride his man on the option. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
I'll tell you what, you want to quiet this crowd down. You want to do something demoralizing to your opponent. Establish the run game early on offense.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. On the option. He'll do it himself. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Nice run there on 1st down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Now on the option. He'll toss it. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the 1st down on the play.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the 1st down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the 1st down marker.
And the Black Knights will have it 1st and 10. Quarterback checking off. Trying to surprise him with the pass. And they're not on the same page there. After the incompletion, let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd and 10 from the 33. They're looking for an advantage to the right. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the 1st first down on 3rd and long. On the option, he'll keep it himself. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. Give to the running back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Army!
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. Here he comes with the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Owls offense will have its first possession of the game. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
To the ground with the back. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. Got his man. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Florida Atlantic trying to get back on the ball. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Flips it out in the flat. And he's just run out of bounds, maybe living to fight another day there. It'll be a loss on the play. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long, this one from the 44. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
Really impressed with how this team has seized momentum here, playing on the road in this hostile environment. Their offense gets it first. They march down the field. They put up some points. And here's the defense now on their first drive, getting a critical sack on 3rd down.
Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
It's really tough on offenses when defenses know what you got to do. You got to pass the football. They're in man coverage. How about the receiver understanding where the first down is? He smells it. He goes and gets it.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. keeping it on the ground with the running back. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Guys, it is Army who carries the lead into the quarter break. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Robinson. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision.
This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on fourth down. Goes to the option. And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives this offense a first down.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea. Because if he can get out in space and he gets a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
Quarterback on the keeper. He'll toss it. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. The give to the back. He makes the tackle at the 23-yard line, but not before a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down. The Black Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to the back. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. And the Black Knights have taken it inside the 20. They feed him again. Able to get one down to the 15.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this deep tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
This will be the 9th play of the drive coming up. It's a 3rd and 2. Discards a man. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Black Knights!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They'll ride the hot hand. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Florida Atlantic races to the line. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Steps away. He'll pull it down. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. They want to get this defense on its heels. On third down, he drops to throw. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Florida Atlantic decides to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On the return, it's Robinson. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football. And they've been up and down the field, David, so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. You've already given up a couple touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going. Still early in the game. Get a stop. Create some momentum for your offense.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. Ran the ball on first down. Let's see what they do on second. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He's looking for a man on second down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, the defense just needs something positive to happen. They're trailing in this game. A turnover would be massive for momentum right now. And a nice effort defensively, getting a hand on the ball, knocking it down.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. They'll run the option. Now the toss. Still on his feet at the 45. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You could throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off, and they pick it up.
And you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
Buys a little time. He's going to take off. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Man, that's why these quarterbacks are just so hard to defend. It's a pass play. He drops back, first down. Got to play the whole field up, scrambles around, runs for a first down. New set of downs, new set of problems.
The give to the single back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical. They wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
They'll run the option. Quick toss. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Right back to the well. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
They're going to keep feeding this guy the football, guys. Over 100 yards rushing with that last carry now. We knew coming into this game today, they had to get the running game going. They had to be able to turn around, hand it off, and get positive yards and set themselves up into manageable 3rd down situations. We've seen them at any area of the field so far in this one have success in the running game. Don't keep that up until this defense proves they can stop it.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And a nice job by the offense picking up the blitz, understanding that extra guy was coming, and creating just a little bit of a hole for that running back to slither through and get some positive yards.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. On the move. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Knocked out of bounds at the 1-yard line. It's now 2nd and goal.
Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. He'll take it himself. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Army! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. A first down for the offense. And they won't try another play, instead taking a knee, and they'll head to the locker room. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Gentlemen, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Boca Raton. An entertaining first half, and we've got a multi-possession lead to break down thanks to the surgical precision of this offense. Might honestly take more time to talk about what didn't work than what did. The running game, the passing game, gadget plays have worked. Now it's just a matter of finishing the job.
The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the 2nd half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the 2nd half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the 1st half. It starts with one play to get...
Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. And the Owls will hustle to the line. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Looking for the score. And that one is right on target if his target was the 1st row. Here comes the field goal unit.
Number 13 on the field goal.
Between the uprights, it's good. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead, Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page. Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
He'll pull it on the read. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the first down.
How great is it to be an offensive coordinator having a quarterback like this? Because he can go and generate first downs with you throwing the ball and running the ball. It seems like there's nothing this kid can't do.
Going up top on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Robinson.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
They'll line up for a second down play. The option look. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Yeah, and a great job by the defense, holding the line of scrimmage, playing downhill, playing responsibility football, making sure they shut down that option.
Went up top on second down. That leaves them needing a yard here on third down. Here comes the option. He'll pitch it. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
On the option. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. That's reeled in. It's Robinson. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And because the receiver was able to drive back to the QB on that curl route against man coverage, he was able to create a little bit of separation between him and the defender, and that was a big key in getting that first down.
He'll ride his man on the option. Now the toss. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Black Knights! And the punishment has been extended.
And the big play starts with the quarterback making the right decision, getting the defense to come to him, pitching the football, and Jesse, the running back, catches it and does the rest.
He does, and he also had good blocking downfield, too. Some of those receivers outside helping him out, but, man, with his speed when he's on the perimeter, the options executed that well, it is virtually impossible to stop.
Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Coming after it. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Got him downfield. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. This Florida Atlantic offense is on a roll. Finds his man. It's Castro. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. Now the play fake. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
That's his second sack of the ball game. That dude is getting after the quarterback offensively. What's my adjustment? First of all, I'm going to roll out away from him. I'm going to double team him, let somebody else beat me. Not that guy, because his speed off the edge is killing me.
Oh, how did he make that move? Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense, to be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. What am I seeing out here? Am I seeing Glenn Davis get loose and run for the Heisman again?
And that's a heck of a compliment to this young man. That shows you what kind of day he's having. They're featuring him, they're giving him the rock, and he is rewarding this Army offense.
Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, Army! And the pummeling has started.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy shows you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Florida Atlantic has the ball back in the offense. Together a drive. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes.
And he intercepts it. Got room on the return. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
He'll do it himself. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense, understanding, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
Black 24. Spider.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. Guys, it is Army who carries the lead into the quarter break. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course. This team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked in.
Touchdown, Black Knights! And the route is on. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get loud.
One play in this drive and already out to the 41. It's first down. They're trying to get to it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen...
And they got him for the sack.
And how about the complementary football? This defense getting another sack. They've already got an interception. Offense has played great. Both sides of the football together dominating this football game.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He makes the connection. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
You know, I got to tell you, as an offense, moving forward in this game, 3rd and long, you're going to have to push the ball downfield a little bit more. You got to throw to the sticks and give yourself a chance to convert these 3rd downs.
Deep shot for the end zone. And that pass is intercepted. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the 4th quarter. You know you need to get a stop. And you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything about it.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line.
Here we go.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Running back searching for a hole. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Robinson. Hit the afterburners, kid. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. And that comfortable lead they enjoy right now is not slowing down the aggression, not one bit.
Well, I think at this point, the coaching staff is just trying to continue evaluating their own players, and I don't hate the mindset. If there's time on the clock, keep trying to score.
Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop it. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
This might depend on the spot, but I think he's going to come up just inches short of converting that third down. And it comes as absolutely no surprise. The offense will stay on the field and go for it on 4th and inches.
Yankee blue! Yankee blue! Flip it, flip it!
Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the